Video, this is King Black coming at you once again with another banger. And this video is entitled Lil Tay, Who's Really at Fault. Now, if you don't know who Lil Tay is, I'm gonna give you a taste.
Woo! Lil Tay out here bullying in the trap house. Me and my Billy buzzing on a whole lot of gang shit, and we be moving bricks.
Now, that's just a small sampling of what Lil Tay is. She is an online sensation as of this moment, and recently there has been a highly criticized video of her actually being coached by her brother on what to say. So these words that come out of her mouth aren't coming from her personally. They aren't created by her. She's being told what to say by others. And she's only 9 years old, and a lot of people are giving her a lot of hate, a lot of crap online. We all know online isn't the friendliest place. And her family is at fault, man. Her mom was a realtor, and she allowed some of these videos to take place in some of the homes that her real estate company had listed. And Lil Tay, basically all her character is she fake flexes. She's posing with this all this money, Rolexes, uh, jewelry that isn't sized for her, designer bags and stuff that don't belong to her. They're either borrowed, rented, or from her family, I'm assuming. And you know it's sad to see that this little girl, I mean, her family doesn't seem to care about her because, first of all, whatever goes on the internet stays there. So when this girl is 20, 25, 30, she will always be known as Lil Tay. And she may grow up to regret that. Right now, her family is pushing her like the child stars of the 90s and the early 2000s. These show moms, that constantly push their kids to accept acting gigs just to make that money. And that's what her family is. Her family isn't involved in her personality in any way besides filming her and coaching her on what to say. And yet they're reaping the benefits at the expense of Lil Tay. And this is what society has come to with the bad babies, the catch me outside girl. This is what happens with the Woe Vickies. They get the attention for all the wrong reasons and they blow up. They get mad famous too quick. They start getting money, they start getting deals, they start getting modeling contracts, they start getting reality show pitches, and you know, it's all based on this drama, this nonsense. You know, watching these videos, these kinds of videos from these people are not productive. They kill brain cells. They are not intelligent in any way. They're not giving knowledge. They are portraying something in society that we have become obsessed with, and that's materialism. Showcasing these Rolexes and Gucci scarves and stuff, and this little girl talking about how she has Lambos and Ferraris, and how the her bed cost her a Ferrari. It's all nonsense. That little girl ain't got that kind of paper, and then she's talking about moving bricks. She probably doesn't even know what she's saying when she says that. And another video came out recently of a guy that actually pulled up on her, that recognized her, asking her if she's Lil Tay, and you could tell that she looked scared as a mf'er. This is a little girl, 9-year-old girl. There's a lot of crazy people in this world. You know, when you put someone that young online like that, you invite all the crazies to come out. And no matter how good their security is, or even if they have security, this girl goes to school. She may go out with her friends. She might sleep over. Things happen, man. It's crazy. And these people don't know the psychological harm, emotional harm they're doing to this girl, her family. I'm speaking of, because online she's been getting a lot of hate. Even though people should know by now that she's fake flexing or calling her fake, and attacking her personally, attacking her race, calling her names that people shouldn't be calling her, and all of this is going to eventually traumatize her emotionally. She's going to grow up insecure. She won't know who she is in the inside. She's going to freaking become a hermit, agoraphobic. She ain't going to want to leave the house. Her mom already got fired from her job for having her little daughter make these videos in some of the houses that were listed by the real estate company. So her mom lost her job. So I imagine even now they're even putting more pressure on her little kid. Anybody remember Macaulay Culkin? Whatever I can't even say his freaking name. The Home Alone kid. You know, his dad constantly pushed him to keep taking gigs, and in the end, supposedly spent most, if not all, of his earnings. And this girl has more followers than some IG models. And then you have her acting online like that. As she gets older, one has to wonder, is she just a phase, or is she gonna be like Bad Baby that she's gonna have a couple years to milk this persona out? And as she gets older, people are gonna start to try her. You know what I mean? And have females out there looking to fight her or whatever. I don't know, man. It's weird stuff be happening nowadays. I don't even get what's going on in today's society. We live in this virtual reality matrix that we can't disconnect the online from reality. Whatever we see online becomes the reality, and it's something that has to happen with her, man. She should be in school, studying, getting them straight A's, not making these online videos, flexing with whatever money, if it's borrowed fake motion picture money, eBay prop money, cars that are just parked in a lot or rented or whatever the case may be, man. Uh, Lil Tay deserves more for her life than what she's getting now. And not all the publicity and fame she's getting the good kind. And it'll be real sad, man, if this girl ends up self-destructing her life in the future because of this persona. Because right now she's a kid, so she isn't thinking so much more of the big picture. And most of the time, retrospect is the best teacher. But you never know how she's going to handle it in the future. And it'll be real sad for her to end up like other incidents and stories where people have taken their own lives because of the lives they have led, you know, their quote unquote legacy. You know, people think it's all fun and good taste and it doesn't matter. But when you have someone that young trying to go so hard so fast, trying to be something that she's not, there's a upper limit as to how far this can go. There's a ceiling that she's going to hit. There's going to be a point where her fame is going to hit that downturn, and maybe she may welcome that because she may want to be just forgotten, just another page in meme history. But what if she goes the other way with it and she can't get over not being famous anymore? What if she grows up, she's 9? And I know I keep repeating myself on that fact, but it's important to remind ourselves that this is a child, man. This is a kid who doesn't truly know what she's doing. And then she's got these, I don't even know how old her brother is, but I'm assuming late teens or young adult. And then you got her parents applauding this kind of behavior. What sort of role model is she being to other little girls and kids? She's basically telling them and showing them, if you act like me, this is the kind of fame that you can expect. This is the kind of attention that you can expect. Hanging out with Woah Vicky, which is a whole another problem in itself right there. Well, Vicky is, I don't even know. She makes my brain hurt, kind of like Poppy. And if you don't know who Poppy is, YouTube Poppy. Uh, she's a little bit freaky for me, but this Insta fame culture, man, is tainting young minds and young lives. It's getting kids to do anything for a like, anything for a subscribe, anything for a share. Like, look at that Tide Pod challenge. I mean, who would do that? Back in the '90s, we even thought about eating freaking detergent. We wouldn't have teeth in our mouth. You know what I'm saying? And you got kids out here doing that kind of stuff for fun and ending up in the emergency room. It doesn't make sense. And I do get it that we all want a following. We all want people who might look up to us or listen to what we say or think of us as cool. But the way that Lil Tay, Will, Vicky, and Bad Baby are going about it is all the wrong way, no matter how much money they're getting. Especially Bad Baby, that she supposedly paid off her mom's house. This girl that appeared on Dr. Phil has basically doesn't even have to work right now. And if she makes smart plays with her paper, she won't ever have to work. She's investing or she has money saved up. She'll be living good off of that fame. No matter what. She doesn't have to care what people think of her 15, 20 years from now. But sooner or later, she's going to get older, you know what I'm saying? She ain't going to look like the kid that she is now. And maybe that fame will also begin to wane as well. As the people that watch her now grow older, grow into their own things, hopefully, careers, college, postgraduate studies, and they won't be into that kind of nonsense. But when I'm out here and I see kids on my block emulating this sort of behavior, man, it's shocking. It's scary, man. It's kind of like that little phase that we had of teens playing the knockout game, man. It's not funny anymore. There comes a point where some of the stuff online shouldn't be getting the attention that it gets. It's destructive to society. It's poisoning the youth now. Instead of worrying about trying to get good grades in the sciences or math, trying to get a good job, we got people that are more interested in becoming Instagram famous. We got people that are relying solely on the fact or on the hope that that fame is going to last forever, when in reality it may not. No matter how famous you are, the danger of becoming broke one day never really goes away. Look at Nicolas Cage, he's constantly in debt. Johnny Depp supposedly is hemorrhaging money left and right as well, and look at how many movies he's been in and how popular he is. And these Instagram and YouTube stars, as this generation that is currently watching them grows older and then stops watching them, or their content becomes stale, you know, what is their fallback plan? Supposedly Bad Baby dropped out of high school. Is she gonna get her GED? So she can go to college if she wishes later on. Or is she banking on this persona lasting 30 to 40 years? Is she gonna be the next, you know, Janice Dickinson? You know what I'm saying? She holds on to that Bad Baby persona when she's 60 years old, hosting some kind of reality show about being a YouTube star, saying that she was the original YouTube blah 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 blah. Kind of like how Janice Dickinson used to say that she was the first and original supermodel and she wouldn't get out of bed for less than $100,000. And when it comes to Lil Tay, my only point is, where is the good judgment on the part of her parents? Where is the disconnect where the parents say, okay, this has gone far enough, it's time for you to leave this behind and start, studying, going to school, doing this and doing that. And I don't see that happening. And I don't see that happening anytime soon, because with her name in so many people's mouths, including mine, Lil Tay is just reaching more and more people, getting more and more followers, more and more fame. And recently all these videos exposing that she's fake flexing, everybody should have already assumed that from the very beginning. There's no way that little 9-year-old girl is making that money for herself, you know? And you can tell that easily by the videos. By the Rolexes she says that are hers, you can easily tell those things are not sized for her wrist, man. Those things belong to an adult. you know. But some people in their mind, they believe that thing is real. And then when those supposed expose videos come out, they start attacking her, calling her fake and a poser and all this and all that, and hating on her, you know, causing her to cry and stuff. You know, she posted a video wanted of her wanting people to leave her alone, you know, because people were being nasty, and we know how trolls on the internet are, especially on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, Twitter. You know, when people are behind a keyboard, man, they feel safe to say whatever they want. Sometimes your biggest fans are also your biggest haters. But for all of you out here listening to this, strictly thinking of her mental and emotional well-being, do you think she should continue with this personality, or she should stop, get herself together, and just become a normal kid, man? Have fun. You know what I'm saying? ADR.